What's up, YouTube? I'm sorry to make this video sort of out of nowhere. This is taking a bit out of me to even post this publicly. I know the last incident I was in not that long ago, I sort of took me a while to get over that, and I sort of withdrew from even making content in the progress of that. Obviously lessons have been learned, but I think this time around I also don't want to withdraw from talking to you guys and also providing hopefully some insight or some lessons that could possibly help you as well in the future to avoid the mistakes that I've made. But yeah, getting into it, I guess we'll start off with what happened. So yeah, I crashed. So this was back nearly a couple weeks ago now. I'll be honest, I've been scared of what to say, how to say it, because I know how posting something like this in the public eye can sort of come across. So if I recall correctly, it's a Sunday morning, Street Tom, 50 Clicks and Inari, all my roommates, if you weren't aware. We were going for a mountain ride. Pretty much all woke up around 4-ish, I think, 4:30. We're heading to the location, and the only thing on the way down is that it was very noticeable that winter and the cold had started to come about, because it was really foggy and really cold on the way down. Obviously the ride down there was super chill, super smooth, like a lot of fun still going there on the way until we stopped to get for fuel. Fueled up and still headed on to the location, and ended up at a pit stop around 6 AM to just stop for just to recoup and get ready for the ride. I had a hoodie on and I had my Red Bull jacket on. So anyway, we're at the point of leaving the little pit stop station that we took, and I'm leading. Just a bit of context as well, that I know I'm probably gonna get a bit of flack for this, and I know I probably shouldn't have been doing this, but obviously me being me, I try and always push myself to the extent of getting stuff done. So I did have a huge fever that was starting to get a little bit better, but it was still noticeably there, even in my voice. Another huge thing, just to add a bit of context, and I know this is the one that's going to give me a bunch of flack in the comments, and by all means, I don't mind, but it is what it is. I went on this ride with 1 hour of sleep, which, you know, looking back on it, obviously not the smartest decision, but it is what it is, and I'll never be doing that again. Sick, little to no sleep, and I just had one Red Bull and thought I was Superman, basically. I thought that everything was going to be fine, it was going to be a fun ride. I still had high spirits. Everyone on the day was still pretty cheery and happy, even myself. Like, I was in good spirits and in good moods. I think the fact that as we go down onto the actual ride that you'll see later in the video, the final factor that really pushed me over the limit for this incident to happen was, to put it simply, it was just fear. I think that's probably 99% of all crashes that happen with motorcycles, is a lot of fear can take over in those split decision seconds that you have to make a choice of what's going to happen, if you even have a choice at all. And to give some understanding to the aspect of fear in what I'm regarding it to as, I guess, I think because I was leading, I had the mentality that I had to sort of more so perform in front of friends, and I know that's not the best thing. I know having peer pressure is not something you want to obviously have, but I think it's just something that naturally comes instinctively to not just myself, but I think a majority, I don't think I can be put at fault. I think it's something that gradually over time you'll learn to ride your own ride, but I think it's still something that I may struggle with. I also think, given the nature of the content that we were trying to sort of achieve or sort of get out of the day, that day with me and Tom recording our Red Bull series, you know, the gist of it is to sort of push limits and push a little bit further. So I think I had the fear of trying to perform for the GoPro as well. That was another thing that, looking back on it again, I think really if I just had more sleep, or if I just called it off because I was sick, if I just left it till next week, we could have done the same thing, and I think this could have been avoided. So I guess that's really majority of what I wanted to cover so far, at least. But I just wanted to quickly thank my boys that I live with. If you haven't seen already, we have a group channel. I'll leave it in the description. It's called Thrill, and we've started making videos on there, so go check that out. I don't know what would have happened if you guys weren't there, you know, or if Tom wasn't close enough to me and hadn't seen me, you guys would have just kept going. So truly, like, thank you for being there. I know that if I wasn't living in a house with a bunch of my closest friends here, I would not be okay. I know from my last accident, like you guys saw publicly as well, it took me away from content, and I was I was away for a while, but I don't want that to happen this time. And I know that with the help of my friends around me and the network that I have, I've been a lot stronger, healthier, happier, and just ready to just keep going forward, I guess. I don't want this to hold me back. I just don't want this to hold me back like last time. A huge thank you as well to the ambulance team that picked me up. I've got some funny stories about that, but I might leave that for another video. A special thank you as well to the other authorities and firefighters that showed up at the scene. And finally, just a special and a very important thank you to my girlfriend, who's been there with me from the very beginning, and she's been there through thick and thin with every choice that I've made. To add to that, anyone who's watching this, I hope that you take something from this video, and I'm happy that you're here watching it, and I really appreciate you watching this video. I will just also probably mention, I'll probably drop another video in the coming days, maybe even tomorrow, I'm not sure, of sort of like a breakdown analysis of what was going through my mind at the current time of the ride. I'll do like a pause start sort of reaction video, and then from there as well, like I was saying before, please make sure you go check out the Thrill Management channel that we've got down in the description below. I'll leave it tagged. We're going to be making a video there with all the other point of views of the incident, and also my other friends' like thoughts and their reactions to the event, and what was going through their head and their minds as well, and what they did to help. As always, thanks again for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.